Hello guys, it is Shivam here. Welcome to our brand new video. Now we will simply move to the lesson 2 of our awesome Flutter course for the members of this channel. Now let's get started. Lesson of this awesome Flutter course. So if you haven't followed the last lesson of this awesome Flutter course for the members of this channel, you can simply follow the playlist of this complete course. I will provide you the link in the description box and in the comment box as well, and you can simply click to that and can follow this awesome Flutter course. Right now in our today's video we are going to create the e-commerce UI. Now in our last part, if you have followed, then you know that, or in the last lesson if you have followed, then you know that we have created the login page by using the widgets, and I have also explained you how you can simply use the widgets and can create the awesome app. Now we'll move one step ahead by creating the e-commerce UI, and through this e-commerce UI you will get to know about more about widgets and how you can create the awesome UI. Now here I will also show you the sources from where I usually get the fonts, from where I get a color and all. So these are all the sources that I don't show in the regular video that available on my channel, but this is the unique video for all the members of this channel. So in this video or in this course I am also going to show you how or what are sources that I simply follow to get or to make the awesome app in Flutter. I think so that will help really a lot to make the awesome apps, right? So here you can see that you can simply create a project with any name, and you can see that this is the image that I have pasted, and these are the some images that I'm going to use in the app, right? And what I'm going to do here in the perspec.ml file, you can see that I need to just call the images folder same back that we have done in the last lesson, so that we can use all the image where you have stored the image, right? So here I just need to call, as I've told you or explained you in the last lesson, if you have followed that. I think so if you have followed that, then it will be really great for you to understand that what all things I have explained you in the last lesson of this awesome Flutter course. So here you can see that in the assets I just need to call our folder name where I've saved all the image, which is like images folder, something like this. Now I can simply use all the image that I've saved in the images folder. I hope it's very clear, right? Now once we do this in this main.dart file, you can see that this is all the code, but we'll move to the leap folder, and in the leap folder I'm going to create a new folder name which will be like pages, and inside this pages folder I'm going to create a new file name which is like home.dart. Now in the last lesson, if you have followed that, you know that I haven't used any specific state management, just to keep the thing simple, because as you now have the like a knowledge of how we can use the Flutter widgets and can develop a complex app, right? So now I'm going to use that state management that I've told you, like inherited widget and class, and I'll show you that by using this state management how we can make our code really easy. So this is all the thing that I will tell you right now. But before moving forward, as you know that we used to like use a different type of fonts in the app, right? Now to use that fonts I need to download that font, but you don't know that from where or from which website you need to download that font that we are going to use in this app. Okay, so let me show you that first, like from which site you can simply download all the fonts that you need in the app and you can use them accordingly, right? So you can just move to the Google font and you can just search for Google font, and it is the first website which is officially made by a Google. So you can just click to this and you can find all the fonts that you can directly use in the app, right? So this is the thing that we need to do, but here I need to search the font, so I'll just search like Poppins. Okay, so this is the font that I'm going to use right now. It's going to show on Hindi, but no, don't need to worry. So I just need to click on get font. Now click on like we can just download this Poppins from here, and we need to just unzip this zip file, and once we get this folder you can see that there are different type of fonts that you can use in Poppins. Like there is like Poppins bold italic, Poppins semi bold italic, semi bold. So these are the different type of fonts with a different variation and you can use them accordingly, right? So for now I'm going to use like Poppins semi bold. So here I need to just create a folder name which is like fonts. I'm going to write a folder name fonts, but if you have any like other name or any other folder name, you can write as it is. It's not necessary that you need to write exact folder name which is like fonts, right? So I need to just copy that folder not a folder, a file that we need to use in this app, right? I mean the design that we need to use in this app. So for that, I'm going to copy this popin semibold.ttf file from here and need to just paste it something over here. So you can see that in the fonts folder, we have this popin semibold file, and now we can simply use this poppins styling in this app. So if you are thinking that by just doing this we can use the fonts in this app, then you are wrong, because we need to call them in the perspecml file, because until we don't call them in the perspecml file, we can't use that specific font in the app, right? So here I'll move to the perspecml file, and in the perspecml file we'll just move something over here, and in the fonts I just need to write the font name and the family name, so which is like Poppins, which is our family name. Now I just need to write an asset. In the asset I need to write the exact file name that we have simply pasted in the fonts folder and we want to use. So I'll recommend that please click on rename, just copy this complete file name and directly paste it something over here. So you can directly use this and you don't need to write the thing again and again, because there will be chance that if you try to type the font file over here, font file name over here, then it will be like it will simply a mismatch and you will simply get an error. So it's better that please copy that file name and just paste it over here. I hope it's very clear. Now you can see that in this fonts I have just used the Poppins font, and we can now use this font family which is like Poppins, right? Now I'll just move, and in the home page I'm going to import the package by using material.dart, and we need to use again a stateful widget. I hope that you know that the difference of between stateful widget and a stateless widget, because we need to add a lots of things in this home page, so that's why we are going to use a stateful widget rather than a stateless widget, right? So I'm going to pass the page name which is like home. It's not necessary that the page name should be home, it's up to your choice. You can pass anything like home page, or you want to pass any other name, you can do that, right? Now here, once we created this stateful widget and just pass the page name which is like home, now we can simply code. So here I just need to write a scaffold. I have explained you scaffold before, so I think so there is no any confusion like what really scaffold does over here. I just need to write body container child and a column. Okay, so these are the simple things that we usually write. Now here I just need to pass like a row. In the row I'll just pass children. So at the top I'm going to just show the, you can say, app logo which is like Instacart. So this is just an app name that I need to pass. So I just need to show the logo name which is like Instacart at the top left position. So let me do that, but before that you can see that in the top right there is a, you can see a debug banner. I need to remove this debug banner, so I'll move to the main.dart and we need to just pass debug show checked mode banner to false, and by passing this you can see that this banner has been removed from here, right? So I'll move back to the home.dart page, and here I just need to write image.asset and we need to just call the images folder name where we have saved all the images, right? Now once we have do this, I need to just call the our logo name which is like logo.png. I mean the file name where we have stored the logo, so which is like logo.png, and we need to just switch to the main.dart, I mean the home page, so that I can show you what all code I am writing over here. So this is the image, but it's like too big, so I just need to maintain the height and width of this image. So I just need to pass the height up to 100, we'll just pass the width up to 100, we'll just pass fit box fit dot cover. Okay, so this is the thing, right? Now this is what you can see, but it doesn't look good, so I just need to pass like contain over here. Okay, so you can see that how it simply fit while passing contain over here, and we can just pass like this, or 160 as well. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, so 160, so it shows Instacart over here. Now in the image.asset we just need to pass the image file name that we need to show over here. So I just need to write image logo.png as I've told you. We can just pass height and width, and here it comes a fit box fit dot contain. Now here are different things that you can use in the image, like there is something like box fit. If you write box fit dot, and it will say that what function you need to pass, like if you want to pass contain, if you want to pass cover, what if you want to pass fill, if you want to pass fit height, fit width. So these are all the things. So if you pass fill, then it will simply stress the complete image according to the height and width you have passed in this image. I hope it's very clear. Let me explain you again. So box fit dot fill will completely stress the image without thinking about that whether the image dimension or whether the image structure will be not look really great when we stretch this image according to the height and width we have passed. So it's going to fill the complete image according to the height and width that we have passed. I hope it's very clear, right? So here you can see that by passing this, it stretched the complete image according to the height that we have passed, but we can maintain the height like 120, and or we can just pass like 90 as well. Okay, so you can see that it simply stretched the complete image. But if we pass dot cover, it will not stretch the complete image, because it going to cover the height and width, but it will think about that we don't need to lose the quality of the image, because you can see that dot fill doesn't give a damn whether the quality of the image will go low or not. It will just fill the image. Cover will think about the quality of an image, and it will try to cover the height and width that you have passed. Now dot contain is a brilliant thing. Like dot contain will just maintain the image height and width, and it's not going to fill the height and width according to you have passed over here. It will just contain, or it will just use that much space at which the image will look good. So that are all the things you will get to know, like when you try to code and when you try to use image widget many times. Yeah, so you can just pass like this. I'll just use dot fill over here. I think so fill will look good, and we'll just pass up to 80, something like this. So there is the image you can see, and the image is just behind this bar. So I just need to pass the margin from the top. So I just need to write margin edge insert dot only. From the top we'll just pass like 50.0, or we can just pass 20 point or 30.0. Okay, something like this. I think so we can just pass 40 as well. Okay, so this is what you can see, and this is the image that we have passed, or logo we have passed.